Francisco 49ers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Check.
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down.
And 2 shots. Pilot, 64.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
5. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Now. Mike 5-4. Oh, yeah, punt.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Triplet keeps himself upright, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, exit. Mike 54. 65. Look at me. Zipper. Check Mike 54. Mike. Ready?
Looking to throw. Triplet. Throwing left side, it's complete. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down.
Help me out, partner. Did they use up all their juice on 2nd down when they got the sack? Because on 3rd down, 0 pressure, all the time in the world, and he picks up the 1st down with that throw.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Go. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 10.
On 1st down, Triplet. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw, Mayfield. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, Steve 6.
Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
53's mine. Check. 53's mine.
To throw on second down. Triplett. Throwing right, and that's complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
On third down, they go with Singletary. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on third and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
First down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On first down, they stick with Singletary. And Singletary has it stripped. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. 2nd and 14. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that's going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Back to throw. Triplett looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They'll try and throw for it here. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
180. Check 53. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Motion. Block. Check. Real. He's crossing. He's checking crowd. Kings. Regular. Out. Greystone, travel. Hey, orbit. I got you.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This time, and I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a...
Now, loose football. The ball comes out. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Mayfield. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Triplet. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Triplet. And he will find his man on the outside. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 18. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Check 31, check 31. Go out. Check 24, check 24. Sick guy, check 24.
Looking to throw. Triplet. And it's caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
91. Here we go. Bam.
They'll look to run with Singletary. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Devin Singletary with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First down San Francisco to pick up 14 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, pick your game up.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Undercrush. Team spill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Set, 180. Run. Mike, 54. Here we go. Hey, echo.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier...
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Jalen Smith able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Now, you've been around me a long time now. You know on 2nd and inches, I love it when teams are aggressive and take a shot, but we just saw the downside to being that aggressive, didn't we?
Now you've given up on a pretty likely first down if they had run the football, and they need to come up with something here on 3rd. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Alert! 54's Mike.
From the gun, Mayfield. Flush to his right. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the Cowboys' 2-yard line.
Mayfield now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. This Cowboy defense trying to hold them out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. The quick slant caught. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3.
53 for Mike. 53 for Mike.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Singletary to get the drive started. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Look, squeeze. Hey, check 20. Hey, check. Now.
From the gun, Triplett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Well, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And a give this time to the tailback. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Here we go.
Mayfield to throw it. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. Here's Mayfield. Dancing to his left. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You ain't going nowhere. Check.
2nd and 9 now. He's going to rifle one deep left, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mike 54.
Throwing. Mayfield. Flushed out right. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there for the Niners. 54 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Pettis once again the target, but it's going to be 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Back to throw. This is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point safely through. And this is back to a 5-point game. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Throwing on 1st down. Triplett. Got it complete to Rodgers. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Down. 70, Indy. 53, Mike 53. Rip right.
On 1st and 10, triplet. That'll be caught by Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Triplet. Rodgers brings it in. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 36.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 1st down, triplet. Going right side here, and that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Chester Rogers, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. McManus's point after is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that 1st touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll set up to throw. Steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Yannick Ngakoue make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 39.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 28, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Watch the slant. Bravo. Mike, 53. 53. Mike. 3 buzz. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch the out. Hey, Charlie. 53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike.
Looking to throw on second down. Triplet. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On first down, Singletary. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Mike, 53. Go. Be a long day for you.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
A good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it.
Get him. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. 3 buzz. Mike, 56, Mike. Hey!
On 4th down, Triplet. He's going to air one out. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. The Niners on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Back to throw here. Taking a shot, and now here is another interception. Picked off around the 27, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Joe Ron Williams. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
You can't stop me.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Second and long. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and it'll bring up third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Escaping the pressure right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Mayfield on fourth down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back.
You see me? They can't stop me out here.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Downs. 15-1. 15-1. Hey, wahoo!
Throwing on first down. Triplet. Looking left side, and it's complete. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll run on first down. Singletary. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. 2nd down and inches. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Back to throw. Triplet. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
54. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
To throw, Mayfield. Buying time to his left. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. That is incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
An explosive 38-yard pickup.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Hey, alert 33.
Mike 5-4.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
I'm going to hit you.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still dedefinitely hurts.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Mayfield. It's caught. Smith. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. From 13 yards out. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Extra point right down the middle. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
49ers 16.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Here's Singletary. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside.
Ready up.
54. Mike 54. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
On 1st down, Singletary. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Let's go.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now a pass hauled in downfield, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
First down, Dallas.
Set, ready, 50, plant.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
They'll run here with Singletary. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Right there.
Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
It's a loss of 2, now third down. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw. Triplett. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. The kick by McManus is good, and that will bump the lead up to 11. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
The Niners take over first and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. Incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Mayfield looks to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Right there.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Hey, check Mike, 27.
And again, it's Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Mayfield down. And he comes back with one complete. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Come on, set. 30 base.
56.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
56.
Snap.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Down. 10 Lobo.
Hey, let's get some penetration here.
5.
Play 56.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Triplet. And he's going to go down again. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing